This is the weekly highlight news of Radio and YouTube. I'm James. Here are the news highlight for this week. The Union Minister for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the National Unity Government, m.CDMMyanmar, states that Myanmar is experiencing the worst situation in need of humanitarian aid. The Union Minister for the Ministry of Human Rights of the National Unity Government, states that the military junta committed double war crimes, including violating the Chemical Weapons Convention (CWC) and killing civilians across the country. The World Food Programme WFP Myanmar announced that food bags bearing the WFP logo were found in a bedding used by border guard forces in northern Rakhine State and other interesting news. These are the weekly news details. The Union Minister for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the National Unity Government, m.CDMMyanmar, stated on social media on 19 December that Myanmar is in the worst possible condition and requires humanitarian relief. The country and the civilians have been torn apart, and a group of the people and the family were seized control of the administration. There is no other way for us to try to get out this terrible situation as soon as possible, the Union Minister stated. According to UN OCHA Myanmar is facing the worst food shortage situation in many years, with the people struggling to meet their basic needs due to facing escalating conflict, economic collapse, and disasters. Because of the limited funding received in 2024, 1.4 million of the 5.3 million people who were intended to receive aid did not receive assistance. By 2025, humanitarian organizations plan to provide emergency food assistance to 1.8 million people. Ministry of Education of the National Unity Government issued a statement on 18 December that the military junta's area bombing of the Naji and Jaoliga villages violated the Geneva Conventions and UN Security Council resolutions. On 16 December 2024 at about 8 p.m., the military junta launched a brutal bombing on Naji and Jaoliga villages in Kani Township, Sakai region. 5 locals died as a result of the terrorist military junta's inhuman brutality, including 3 innocent school children studying in Jaoliga village in twin public schools, and 10 locals were injured, including 6 school students. The military junta's targeted attacks on schools and residential buildings violate the Geneva Convention, UN Security Council resolutions, and international humanitarian and human rights laws. Therefore, the ministry strongly condemns the military junta's terrorist conduct. The Union Minister for the Ministry of Human Rights of the National Unity Government, attended a joint press conference organized by the National Unity Government (NUG) and the Karenni State Interim Executive Council (IEC) on the chemical weapon attack by the terrorist military junta in Karenni State. The evidence will make it stronger that the military junta forces are using these chemical weapons not only in Karenni State but all over Myanmar. The use of the chemical substances is an international crime that also violates the international rules and treaties. Chemical substances have been used militarily in Iran, Iraq, and Syria. More than 190 countries have signed the Chemical Weapons Convention (CWC) to restrict the use of the chemical weapons, including Myanmar, which joined it in 2015. The Union Minister stated that this is the first violation that violates the first international agreement. Myanmar 422, the Light Infantry Division, which is based on the outskirts of the Mobile Township, used 560 S-Force poison gas panels in a drone bombing attack on Mobile Town and is running on 7 and 8 December. Due to the use of the poison gas panels in the attack, a lot of the smoke came up around the place where the bomb was dropped, and some of the revolutionary forces suffocated, became diseased, vomited, fell unwell, and suffered from pains such as weaknesses. A factory in Samosakon province in Thailand is charging up to 10,000 Thai baht to renew the employment and resident permits all over 300 Myanmar workers, while peacefully demonstrating for a fair and reasonable price drop on 19 December. The 4 workers were reportedly violently assaulted and taken into custody by the Thai police and local security team. Thai police and regional security groups forcefully dealing with peacefully demanding workers in Thailand violates human rights and labor rights, as well as Thailand's dignity, according to Ko Yamin from AAC, a Myanmar labor activist in Thailand. Although other factory workers negotiated with their employers in a comfortable and peaceful manner. The factory owner from Samosakon cannot be accepted since he violates both the human and labor rights of workers with food credentials. The military junta collaborates with Thai authorities to collect the taxes from the Myanmar workers, so they face significant cost for extending their resident and work permits in Thailand. The World Food Programme WFP Myanmar announced on 18 December that food bags bearing the WFP logo were found in a building used by border guard forces in northern Rakhine State. According to news sources, the World Food Programme WFP has discovered WFP marked food bags as a bedding used by border guards in northern Rakhine State. The incident details cannot be confirmed due to the difficulty of accessing the place. The WFP storage factory in Mano Township in northern Rakhine State was looted and damaged by fire in June 2024, and any misuse of the humanitarian aid intended for the most vulnerable communities unacceptable, according to WFP. By 2024, WFP food aid will reach 1.7 million people across the country, with assistance provided through the nutrition and resilient bedding programs. These are the weekly highlight news of Radio and NUG. We will present more interesting weekly local news to you. Thanks for joining our news.